Hello, I'd like to talk to you today about a new book by Apostle Eric Newble, and it's called Pillars of Inspiration. This is a book that's already become one of my favorites in our collection of books because of many reasons, but I'll only share a few. One of those reasons is that the book is not real big, it's not overwhelming. When you pick it up, you don't go, oh my, when am I going to find time to read this? You know that you can read it. It's broken down into smaller sections, and you can use it as a devotional. You can use it as just nighttime reading before you go to sleep, and it's very easy reading, so that really makes it appealing. I would like to share with you a few of the things that I took from a particular chapter called Sowing into Possibilities. Sowing into Possibilities, at the very beginning, it talks about the parable of the sower and the seed. And the sower and the seed had seed, and he cast it out on good ground, and some brought forth good fruit, and it came forth 100-fold, 60-fold, and 30-fold. And this whole chapter talks about seed, and when I think about seed, I think about money and things like that. But in this particular section, it just really opened my eyes to see that I'm a sower of the seed, and not just finances, but of my time, of my energy, and most importantly of my words. And it's kind of like the joke that everybody else gets before you do, and then you're kind of looking at them like, what's the punchline? And they're already laughing, and you're just trying to figure out what the punchline is. Well, that's how I felt when I realized that we are all sowers, and our purpose to be sowers of the seed. Another thing I took away from this book that I really thought was important is that we not only are called to sow seed, but seeds have potential. There's so much potential in those words that we speak. I want to share a practical application of this particular chapter that I happened to read on the same day that my husband was not feeling well. You see, he was out there laying back in his easy chair, and he was contemplating how his day would proceed because he was not feeling well. And I really felt that I should go out there and pray for him and lay my hands on him and speak some inspiring words as I prayed. And I did that. And it was amazing because very shortly thereafter he was up, he was moving around, and he was acting like he'd never felt sick or unwell to begin with. So that's just a very small example of a power that just a few pages of this book can inspire you to take and to manifest that in your own life or in those who are around you where you travel through your day. The last thing I would like to say to you is that any seed that's planted has to go through a growth period. It has to evolve. It has to go through that developmental process, and it can't be rushed. And I know as a young Christian, I always thought, man, if I could just grow up and I could just get to that place where I've already, gained that maturity, but I wanted to skip the process. And we know that that doesn't happen with natural seeds, and it certainly doesn't happen with seeds that are sown into us in the spirit either. And so I realized that it's okay for us to walk through that developmental process and to let things take their course of time, and we know that eventually, if we proceed to let our lives develop with a patient heart, that in due season we are going to meet with success.